Hey, it's time to talk about concealers. Hopefully you caught my intervention foundation video. I will link it below if you haven't watched it yet. But yeah, today we're going to handle some concealers. So let's get right into it because I've got a few here to talk about. So let me go ahead and start with one that you'd have to pull out of my cold dead hand to get me to give it up. This is MAC's Pro Longwear concealer in NW40. It's pretty much my favorite concealer here. So I really love it. I've gone through a couple of these and I like that it has a pump. That's nice. Yeah, so I definitely am keeping this. There are going to be a decent number of ones that I get rid of. First being Boing. This is from Benefit. It's a really nice concealer. I have it in the shade 5. It's definitely an industrial strength concealer like it says on the back here, but I don't like how you have to spread it and everything like that. I just think that's not good for the under eye area, and I don't have a lot to cover up other than there, so definitely not something I should keep because I'm just not getting enough use out of it, and I never reach for it. At one point I was in love with it, but that's past. This is really good stuff. This is Bobbi Brown's Corrector, and I have it in the shade Very Deep Bisque, and I love it. Let me show you how much I love it. Yeah, there's Pan. Yeah, so I really love this. It's a great corrector. Definitely keeping it. Right along those lines, Eve Pearl's let's see, this has a long name. Dual Salmon Concealer and Treatment. I have it in dark, deep, really good stuff, and I have hit pan on this as well. Definitely, I like the left side better than the right, and it's a really good product. Very orange to kind of color correct what's going on in my under eye area, so I definitely love it. I'm not keeping this. This is Bare Minerals Concealer. I guess this had to be one of their first ever concealers that wasn't a powder, and I just don't like it. It's nice thin consistency, but it doesn't give me the coverage that I want. It doesn't cover up enough. And this is the shade Dark 2. It's their correcting concealer, has some SPF in it. Yeah, I gotta let go of this. I definitely don't use it. It's just not a really good concealer for me. I need serious coverage. Next up, I'm going to let go of this. This is Maybelline's, and I really love this for a while, but it just stopped working for me. It's Maybelline's concealer. Is this like Fit Me concealer? I have it in the shade 30 Cafe, is it? Yeah, 30 Cafe. And again, I was into it for a while, but it's just definitely not doing it for me and hasn't for the last couple months, so I definitely have to let it go. But yeah, a lot of people do like this concealer. It's a decent drugstore concealer. And if you don't have, a whole lot to cover, I think it'll work for you. Next up, I have to let go of this. This is a MAC Pro Longwear in NC50, which is my foundation shade. Definitely don't need this. Yeah, it's about almost half empty, but I never reached for this. I used it for a little while, to cover up some things, but I don't use it, and that's been a long time ago. So definitely don't need this anymore, and I'll let go of this. We got 4 so far. This is a really nice and expensive. It's from Coastal Scents, and it's called their Bright Eyed Eye Brightener. I have it in the shade Dark. Again, very inexpensive, and I really like it because there wasn't any creasing while using it. I thought it would crease on me, but it didn't. It's nice. It's a decent size and everything, and I love the price point. Definitely keeping this. Definitely keeping that. I'm going to let go of this, and a lot of you are going to be like, what? But yeah. I got to. You know how there's just something that a lot of people like and it just doesn't work for you? Well, that's what this is to me. This is Bobbi Brown's concealer, in creamy concealer in almond, and the other pan is a pale yellow sheer finish press powder. The press powder's fine. But what isn't fine is this concealer. Oh, it's fun to watch me open up things with one hand. This creases on me no matter what I do. I've tried everything, it creases on me. It's kind of makes me look really crazy because it creases so bad on me. Something about the consistency just doesn't work for me. No matter what I set it with, it just creases on me. So gotta let that go. Gotta let that go. And this is another Bobbi Brown product I have to let go of. This I got at the CCO at a really good price. It's basically called, let's see, I'll read the back. It's the Face Touch Up Stick. I have it number 7 almond. I just don't reach for this enough. It's a great idea if you need like spot concealing. I don't for the most part, so I never use this, and yeah, I can definitely pass this on because I've probably used that twice. Amazing concealer. That is excellent. I love this stuff. This is my second tube. A little bit goes a long way with this. I love that about it. This is the shade Deep. I got this from Sephora. Tiny. One of my favorite concealers early on when it came out. Tiny amount will do the job for you. It's just a really nice concealer. It looks so good and natural, kind of natural on, which is nice. Very natural. It doesn't look like you're wearing a mask or anything when you use it. That's good. I like that about it. Definitely keeping the NARS Creamy Concealer. This is the shade Amande. Love this stuff. Wait a minute. Oh my gosh, I'm dropping things. It's Radiant Creamy Concealer, excuse me. And I love that this has a wand and you can just, you know, use that wand and just put it wherever you want to use it. Love that about it. Really good concealer. I am definitely keeping it. I used to have the wrong color, and the wrong color for me, so I had to get rid of that, but that is definitely the right color for me. All right, I'm getting rid of you. This is Benefit's Fake Up, and I really liked it for a long time. If you have a dry under eye area, you might really like this because it's very emollient, you know, very moisturizing emollient, kind of a stick concealer. I have it in the shade 3 Deep. That's the deepest shade they make, and I'm just gonna have to pass this on. There's a lot in here. I didn't use a super lot of it. Because it's a long product. There's a lot in here. Anyway, I'm definitely going to pass this on because I won't be using this anymore. I need something that is a little less emollient under my eye area. But when I set that, it didn't crease or anything like that. So it wasn't like creasing was an issue. It was just a little bit on the too moisturizing, you know, for my liking. Why is this guy all the way over here? This is MAC's, what is this, Studio Finish Concealer, NW45. Definitely keeping this. This is a staple for when there's an accident. I know that sounds funny. If I burn my skin with a curling iron on my face, or if, you know, somebody walks up to me tomorrow and hits me and gives me a black eye, this is what I'm going to reach for. This is like industrial strength stuff, and I'd never let it go. It's, you know, it's not something I use all the time, but it really has its uses when there's trouble. I'm going to keep this. This is Laura Mercier's High Coverage Concealer for Under Eye. I really like this. This is a recently reviewed product. I have it in the shade number 6, and it's just good stuff. It's very creamy and thick. So if you're used to something like Max Pro Longwear that's a thinner product, it takes a minute to get used to this because it's definitely creamier and much thicker. You need a very little amount of product, and I love the way it looks on my under eye area. It's a nice color. I'm keeping this as well. This was sent to me for review. It's by Clarins. It's their Instant Concealer, and I have it in the deepest shade number 4. Really nice concealer. This is something I've been keeping for the last like 2 weeks on top of my vanity because I want to remember to use it. It's a really nice concealer. They've got 4 shades. And yeah, it's just a really nice concealer that I think I need to kind of utilize a lot more and stop wearing my MAC Pro Longwear every day when I could use stuff like this. Oh, this is good. This is good, and it's inexpensive. This is LA Girl's Pro Conceal, their high definition concealer. Really like this. This is in the shade Fawn. I got a couple of these, and I just feel like Fawn is the best fit for me. A nice concealer at a great price. Definitely check this out if you haven't already. All right, IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. This is like the super size from one of their, I guess, TSVs from QVC. I really like this concealer. You need just a little bit. It's a very good, if you have a dry under eye area, I think you might like this. I have it in the shade Deep, and I will definitely keep it. It's good stuff. Definitely. I don't know how I'm going to use this much, but I think they said some people use it as a foundation, which I think is real interesting, and I could definitely see it. I can't do that, but I could definitely see it if someone else could, especially with the size like that of it. All right, this is Le Métier de Beauté's Stick Concealer. I have it in the shade 12. It's their Classic Finish Concealer. Really good stuff. I've used a lot of these. I use it on special occasions because it is very expensive. I think I went straight and used this when I first got it. I think my first tube, I used it, and every time I wanted to conceal, and I don't want to say every day in a month, but it lasted a little over a month. I mean, it's such a good match. I wish I could use this all over my face. It's really good, but it's so expensive. After that, I was like, yeah, you need to calm down on this. So yeah, it's a really good concealer, and that's number 12. This is the super size. I get this off of QVC as well. It's the Bare Minerals Concealer Powder, and it's in Dark Bisque. That's my shade. And yeah, they call it multitasking concealer. Really good stuff. This is a great, really quick concealer to put on if you're in a rush or just, you know, run into the store or whatever. It's a nice amount of coverage and really light and easy to, you know, work with. Sometimes, I haven't done this lately, but sometimes I would put on a cream concealer and set it with this. I haven't done that lately because it's not a good color match for that now. But yeah, it's a really good concealer, and they have it in a couple different shades, so check it out. And look, if you like it, it's worth it getting the big double size. Oh, we're near the end here. This is Lorac Touch Up To Go Concealer Foundation Pen, and I just don't get a lot of use out of this. I remember reviewing it, and it's a really nice product, but it's not something that I reach for. This is something that might be cool to have in your purse, or, you know, to do really quick touch-ups. Looks like I have CF12, so definitely because I'm not getting a lot of use out of it, it's something that should be, you know, put out to pasture, I guess. It definitely has a interesting delivery system there, but that can be useful. So yeah, just something that I'm not getting enough use out of, but I can see why people would like it. Again, I can definitely see why people would like it. All right, last but not least, the concealer that changed it all. This is its concealer, and it's called Bye Bye Under Eye. It's their Corrector Concealer Cream. And it makes me look like I never ever would have a bag under my eye. It's amazing stuff. Completely erases any under eye bags from being there. And it is the most I mean, I've never seen it. When I put this on, it's just like, I feel like I look like a different person. So I use it definitely on special occasions. It's Bye Bye Under Eye Corrector, and I have it in the shade Rich. It's one of the best I've ever seen, and it's kind of pricey, but definitely one of the best I've ever seen. Oh, let me put this over here. All right, so how many concealers am I getting rid of? That makes it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 concealers are out of here. So guys, thank you for sticking with me with this kind of, I think we're going to do a series because I have other makeup things I can do. It'll make me cry to do palettes, but I'll do it. And maybe some other kind of sections of my makeup stash we can kind of declutter together. So 8 are out of my collection, and I feel good about that, as well as I feel good about the fact that I have a decent number of great concealers that I really love and can use. Yeah, so we are done here. We are done. And I will talk to you later. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.